Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm Dr. P. Welcome back today for another video. I really appreciate you stopping back by. Now, today, guys, you already know what's up. We're going over more of your theories that you have submitted to me. Earlier today, I tweeted this. I said, theories on Isaac the Eye? If you have anything that I haven't covered, drop it below. Best replies get featured in today's video, and as you may have suspected, this is that video, so we're gonna go over what you guys think. If you love Fortnite, if you love what's going on in the storyline right now, make sure to hit me with that fat subscription. I'd really appreciate it. I'm uploading every single day covering the latest and greatest in the world of Fortnite. At this point, my friends list has thousands of people and it takes forever to scroll all the way down, but that's just the way I like it. If you want to get added to this list and possibly get a gift from me, make sure to follow me over on caffeine.tv. If you don't have an account for Caffeine, just sign up. It takes only a second, and if you do so and you show up to my next stream, which will be on Thursday at 1 p.m. EST, you are literally guaranteed to get added. Anyone who's been to my stream can vouch for me there. I literally add everyone. As you can tell, my friends list has literally, no joke, thousands of people. First up on the docket today, we have Leona, who says, do you think this storyline and Isaac are somehow going to pull all the tier 100 skins from several seasons together? Both Lux and Demi have the dragon tattoos. Very interesting thought. If you'll remember back to season 8, the tier 100 skin was called Lux, and there were a lot of theories surrounding her and her potentially being a dragon for several reasons, and they all make sense. So let me start with this. Number one, she literally has a dragon tattoo on her arm. So does Demi. We'll get into that in a second. Number two, her back bling is a set of spiked wings, awfully similar to the type of wing you might expect a dragon to have. And finally, Lux is obsessed with gold and jewels. Really, just anything valuable, much like you would expect from a real dragon. I say real dragon, dragons aren't real, but you get my point. If you'll remember, there were theories about Lux potentially having a secret final form in which she would transform into a dragon. Sure enough, season 8 came and went. That never happened, so here we are in Season 9, and there's another skin that's awfully similar to her in the Season 9 Battle Pass, as you might have guessed, and as I've gone over in previous videos. This is Demi. Now, the thing about Demi that makes her comparable to Lux is, number one, the tattoo on her arm. It's Lux's right arm that has the tattoo, but Demi's left arm. Nonetheless, they both have one. Number two, both of their eyes are strange and very odd colors. Demi's eyes are red, you know, very red. I don't know any humans that have genuine red eyes. On the flip side, Lux's eyes are pretty much just solid gold. Both of these colors are unnatural. You're never gonna find any human who's not wearing some kind of colored contact that have eyes like this. There have been rumors and even strong suggestions about dragons being in Fortnite for 3+ seasons. Back in season 7, the eggs were in Polar Peak and we thought they would be dragons. Back in season 8, we got the hybrid skins with the dragon on their shoulders. And of course, the tier 100 skin, which was Lux, had a dragon tattoo, and all the other stuff I talked about, and we thought it was gonna happen then. It didn't. Now, in Season 9, they're re-upping on the dragon thing again by having Demi in the Battle Pass. And now, all of a sudden, there's an eye under Polar Peak, and there's some kind of massive beast within? The more I talk about it, the more I really think like they're finally going to follow up on everything they've been teasing and put some kind of a dragon in the game. It's literally been like 6 months that we've been talking about this thing, about a dragon being in the game. I would like to believe that Epic isn't going to just completely flat out troll us and bamboozle us like this.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
Wow, I just talked for 4 minutes about that one tweet. That's how intense it gets. But anyway, on to the next. This tweet comes to you courtesy of Dennis, who says, what if Kevin was just using the different elements / stages to evolve? The runes would be earth, Loot Lake would be water, the flying island would be air, the volcano would be fire, and Polar Peak would be ice. Dennis adds, now he's watching us and is ready to break out. May Bunker Jonesy give us some hints for that event in the Fort Bites picture? Now, this is a thoughtful theory. Let's go over it very briefly. So basically what Dennis is suggesting is that everything that's happened since Season 5 when Kevin the Cube showed up has, simply put, been controlled by Kevin the Cube, all a part of his master plan. Let's face it, when he first got here, he was a cube. He was not very powerful, although he could zap people if you got too close to him. He was still just a cube. He was an inanimate object that rolled around. All of this stuff happened in phases. First, he left the runes in the ground. Of course, that would be the earth element. Then when he got to Loot Lake, that completed his first phase and he made the lake bouncy. That would be the water element. Not long after, he ripped the middle island in Loot Lake up into the air. Of course, that would be air. A few seasons later, we got fire when the volcano formed, and now it could be the ice element, with the eye currently trapped in the ice. The first thing that came to mind when I read this theory and when I started thinking about it a little bit was this table inside of Polar Peak's castle. I remember talking about this back in Season 7. There are a bunch of different symbols on the table with a bunch of chairs in front of those symbols. There was a huge theory at the time when this came out talking about how this table could be an elemental table with these symbols all around representing different people in the storyline. You know, we thought the fire looking symbol could represent the prisoner, the water / ice looking thing could represent the Ice King, but what if this table means exactly what I just described and exactly what Dennis told me? Here's something else to add fuel to the fire. I mentioned 5 different stages: earth, air, water, fire, and ice. It just so happens that there are exactly 5 elemental signs on the table. Guys, what if this theory is true and everything since Season 5 has been a reincarnation of sorts of Kevin the Cube? It definitely seemed like Kevin had a predetermined plan when he got here. He immediately started printing the runes and heading towards Loot Lake, and then he just so swiftly went through all of these different phases. Honestly, this would kind of make sense. Have we just stumbled across one of the most remarkable revelations in Fortnite's entire storyline history, guys? If so, maybe that explains why there's a picture of Kevin the Cube all the way at the top of Jonesy's Fortnite image. It almost looks like he is looking up to this cube, and almost kind of like he is hailing this cube and praising it. What if Kevin is so much more than the cube? What if Kevin literally is the creature in Polar Peak, and he used all the different elements and all the phases he went through to evolve to gain a body? Holy cow. I know it sounds crazy, but I gotta say, it really isn't that far-fetched. I know it sounds wild, but there's a lot of stuff to back this up. Like, I am actually in pure shock right now thinking about the mere possibility of this being true. Next up, we've got Frosty Boy, who says the eye is the whole reason for Polar Peak coming to the map. It saw through the ice and was attracted to the cube remains. So my guess is it maybe could be a massive cube monster trapped in the eye, waiting for something dark to release it. The reason I chose to feature this one in the exact order I did, third, is because it kind of helps in a way to back up and add upon the theory we just talked about. I used to think there was a slight chance that the Ice King and the iceberg that eventually hit the island back in Season 7 may have just randomly found its way to the Fortnite map. As time goes on, I do not think that was the case. I think someone, either the Ice King, which is unlikely based on what he said in this loading screen, the prisoner, the creature currently under Polar Peak, Kevin, or someone else guided the iceberg to collide with our map. If we go back to the theory I talked about previously about Kevin being the mastermind about everything and orchestrating all the events in Season 5, then in a way, doesn't that mean Kevin had to have guided the iceberg to our map? I mean, think about it. Polar Peak, which of course is on the iceberg, is the place that has that round table with all the different elemental signs. If Kevin was indeed going through all of his phases, earth, water, air, fire, and ice, bringing about the ice biome in Polar Peak to the game was definitely on his to-do list. Not only does the ice area literally fulfill one of the elements, but it also introduced that table, which is one of the main reasons this theory works so well. And as you know, Epic Games loves to tease stuff. We talked about early in the video how they've been teasing a dragon for several seasons, and it looks like they may have been teasing this too about Kevin being some kind of god, literally. I think we need to stop referring to Kevin as Kevin the Cube and just refer to him as Kevin, because at this point, for all we know, he could have infinite forms. I'm sitting here just so anxious, just so unbelievably excited and hyped to find out what's gonna happen. I really think that was one of the best theories that I put together. Again, shout out to every single person who helped contribute, and especially to Dennis, who helped make me make a lot of sense of this. Guys, continue to shoot your theories and ideas my way, either in the comment section or on Twitter. Those are the two best places to do so. I read all your comments, I read all your tweets. Believe me, I do. I know it seems unlikely, but I definitely do. If you watched all the way to this point in the video, 10.5 minutes in, do me a favor and subscribe. I bet everything that you enjoyed the video. Also, while you're at it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up rating. Let's see if we can shoot for somewhere around 1,500 likes. That would be unbelievably cool. Also, get over to caffeine.tv and follow me. The link is in the description. You definitely don't want to miss out on mini games like Fortnite Simon Says, which is, incidentally enough, the gameplay you're watching in the background. Caffeine is one of the most unique streaming services out there. There is zero delay for the broadcaster, which means the engagement is real time and unlike any other place on the internet. If you don't have an account, I highly recommend making one. It takes only a second and then you'll be good to go to follow me, and not only me, but all the other awesome creators on Caffeine. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next video and I will see you later.